Hey y'all, it's Morgan and welcome to the video. Today is Monday, June 13th, and I am starting to prep to travel for this weekend. We are leaving Friday to drive about 5 hours to a friend's wedding, and I'm super excited, but I do have to prepare a little bit extra than the average person because I have to take into account my chronic pain and chronic illness issues. So I'm gonna take you along. And this might be helpful if you also experience chronic pain or have issues traveling. Over the past couple years, I haven't really traveled at all. I've driven home, which is about a 6-hour drive. There's been very minimal stuff required of me. I pretty much go there and collapse. So I wouldn't really call it travel or like any sort of vacation. This is a little bit different. So this is for a friend's wedding, and I actually had to miss a couple of weddings last fall. One of them I was in the bridal party and I ended up not being able to make it because I was too sick. I was kind of fresh off my deathbed, and I would have had to have flown, and yeah, I just couldn't do it. I was too sick. And luckily right now I'm not too sick to travel. I am currently in a lot of pain and all the usual stuff, but I'm not a puking, vomiting mess. But I am well enough to travel for this wedding, and I am a part of the bridal party for this wedding. I've been having a lot of fun thinking about outfits and stuff, but I'm gonna take you along with me as I travel and show you what it's like. The stuff I do to try to keep myself comfortable and to not overdo it. That is the main thing for me, is to not overdo it. Even if I have too much good excitement, it could make me sick or cause me pain. So I just have to kind of keep it in check. I'll let you guys know what I'm planning to do. So I'm gonna take you guys with me as I plan, prep, pack, and then I'll take you along for the ride as we travel and give you some check-ins while I'm away and let you know how I'm doing. And then after the weekend's over, sometime in the following days, I'll give an update on how everything went and thoughts on what I maybe could have done better, or thoughts on what I did really well that I'm gonna, do again when I travel. And the purpose of this video is to maybe shed some light on what it's like to travel if you have chronic pain, or if you know someone that has chronic pain and they're traveling with you. Maybe this will help you be a more compassionate traveling companion, or if you do have chronic pain, maybe you'll get some tips on how to have a more pain-free traveling experience, or maybe you'll get nothing from it. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this video. I'm just gonna take you along and vlog the experience and see what happens. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, but if there are hiccups, you will know about it. But yeah, this is just to kind of document traveling with chronic pain. All right, I think I have rambled on long enough, so let's get to planning. Planning is probably the most crucial step for me. It helps make sure that I don't forget anything important, and it also helps me deal with brain fog. To start planning, I'm making lists for what I need to do and what I need to pack before I leave. And then I'll map out my week in my planner to try to prevent myself from doing everything last minute. Okay, so I've got my heating pad and a neck pillow and some Advil that I probably won't end up taking, and some nausea candy, love this stuff, and a bucket in case the nausea candy doesn't work. And then I've got some of my usual safe foods and ginger ale. This stuff usually stays down pretty well. Okay, so it's travel day. We just got on the road about 15 minutes ago. It's about a 4.5 hour drive. We got on the road about 2 hours later than we wanted to, but we're still gonna be on time, just not early. I had a project that I really wanted and needed to finish before leaving because, spoiler, it's their gift. And so we're just a little behind, but yeah, I'm gonna try to nap in the car. I didn't sleep too well last night between trying to finish this project and lots of back pain and grumpy cats. Did not get a whole lot of sleep, but we will see how this goes, and I'm gonna try to nap in the car. Alright, I think that is all for this check-in, and I'll check in with you in a bit. Hey y'all, it is Saturday now. Sorry I did not do a check-in yesterday. Everything was a bit rushed when we got here. We had to get moving, and then I didn't make it back to the room till like 2 a.m. or I didn't make it back to the room until after midnight. What time did I get back here? It was like 3 o'clock when I went to bed. So I'll just check in with you now. The car ride was okay. Got a little nauseous at some parts, but overall not bad. But I wasn't able to eat much throughout the day or evening, so that kind of sucks. And then when after the rehearsal dinner, I had some upset stomach issues to deal with from eating, and yeah, and then this morning, usual morning roughness of waking up and being nauseous. And just having to let that settle out a bit. It's about 11 o'clock and I'm gonna go get ready with the girls, and yeah, hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm trying really hard to like not overdo it, but it's really hard because I just really want to participate and do everything. But yeah, so I will check back in with you guys again later. All right. Finally back home. Sorry I did not do more check-ins, but it was a very busy and fun weekend, and very late. So today is Sunday and we drove home today, but first we had brunch. Turn off that air conditioning. Okay, so today we got brunch with friends and stuff before we left. Yeah, and so I was really tired on the way home, so I rested instead of giving an update. So I just want to give a little update on how yesterday and today went, but then I'm gonna rest and then give you a more in-depth insight into what it was like traveling, dealing with my chronic pain and chronic illness issues, when my brain's not like mush. But I just wanted to check in with you right after getting home. It was a really fun weekend. It was also a lot on my body. I didn't really eat all weekend because I kept going in and out of being nauseous and everything just sounded really gross. And so I just wanted to play it safe, and I didn't really eat much. I sipped some ginger ale. I had a little bit to drink, like a few sips here and there. And I had a few bites of food here and there. Like I had a little bit of the food from the reception. But my body did not like that. Because this morning, I mean, pretty much every morning is rough for me, and I have like nausea and like almost kind of like morning sickness, but like every day, and I'm not pregnant. My back was getting tired through the day, but that was expected. It was a long day and wearing high heels and stuff. But overall, I think I managed it really well because I did the whole wedding day and getting ready and everything like went really well and smooth. Like I have my normal issues that I deal with, but nothing major happened that caused me to miss any part of the wedding. which I'm really grateful for because I was worried about that. But yeah, everything went really well. And then I'm very tired from all of the moving and the physicalness, and also just from probably not eating, and yeah. So I'm gonna take a few days to rest and recover, because I gave it my all this weekend. I went hard on the dance floor. I wanted to have as much fun as I could with my friends while I was with them, because I haven't seen most of them in so long, and I really had a blast. But yeah, I'm gonna rest and recover, and once my brain sorts things out better, I will get back to you guys on my insights from the weekend, as far as traveling with chronic pain and those issues. Alright, so I'm gonna just go rest and recover, and I'm gonna sleep here for a few days, and I will see y'all soon. Alright, it is Friday, June 24th, and I have been resting all week and marinating on the weekend that I had. And I'm ready to give you guys my insights into my travel weekend and to give you guys a closer look at what it was like traveling with chronic pain. So I'm going to start by just giving a brief rundown of events so you have an idea of the course of the weekend and like what was expected, I guess. So Friday we traveled, and then it was the rehearsal dinner, and hanging out with friends. And then Saturday it was wedding day, so it was getting ready for wedding and pictures and the actual wedding, and then the reception and dancing and fun. And then on Sunday was checkout day, so we checked out and we had lunch with friends and hung out for a little bit, and then we drove 4.5 hours back home. And that is the gist of the weekend, and I'll give you a little more in-depth look at that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through each day and take you through the sequence of events and kind of give you an insight into what was going on internally, like in my mind, or what I was doing to manage my symptoms throughout the day. I apologize for not having more clips through the weekend of various things, but for life purposes it was not reasonable to do. But now I'm going to give you an insight into what the days were like for me. We'll start with Friday, the day we left. So I was finishing up the couple's wedding present. I'm a very last minute person, or like I'll work on things until like the very last second, but I was working on that until we left. So the week before I did not have as much rest as I would have liked to have. My mind was pretty much racing, but that was expected. I was very excited. Then Friday we drove about 4.5 hours. I napped a tiny bit. The drive was mostly okay. I did end up eventually having some nausea and stuff, but I have my candy with me, and I have my neck pillow, and I was comfy in the car, and I managed. Did come really close to needing my bucket at one point, but I did not need it this whole weekend, so that is a win. But then we got there, and I had to do a quick change and off to rehearsals, and that wasn't too bad. Throughout the weekend, my pain was really manageable. Like, I think the excitement and maybe adrenaline of the weekend pushed my pain back, or like pushed it to the side a bit. Like, cause I was aware of it, but it wasn't like front and center. But I kept a ginger ale with me the entire time. Pretty much most of the weekend I had a ginger ale with me, and sipped on that. That's what I used for my calorie source and to get some sugar. After rehearsal, we went to the rehearsal dinner, which was pizza, and people got drinks. I had about one bite of pizza and a few sips of my drink. My husband finished it for me. Which, like, I knew was kind of a risk. Pretty much anytime I step outside of, like, my safe foods, there's a risk that my body is going to be like, nope, you shouldn't have done that. And that's what happened. But I could tell, like, after one bite that that's what was going to happen, so I knew not to continue. But that's kind of what it was like the whole weekend. I didn't really eat, like, at all. I had a few bites here and there, like, at the reception. The food was really good. I had a couple bites, but yeah, just the nausea was in and out, and it wasn't worth it to, like, risk getting sick. But I wasn't even interested in my safe foods. So I just kind of sipped on ginger ale and had my nausea candy. Then after rehearsal, I changed into something more comfortable that allowed my belly more room to move around and breathe, because after I eat and stuff, I'll bloat typically. And then I went and hung out with friends for the rest of the evening and into really late, and then that is why I did not give an update. Both the nights we were away, I slept on my heating pad. I was so happy to get to my heating pad at the end of each night. Okay, and then Saturday, wedding day. Luckily, both mornings, I did not have to be anywhere really early, so I didn't have to be anywhere till like 11 both days, which was very good because mornings are rough for me, and they were this travel weekend. They were especially rough. Having disruptions to my usual schedule will typically cause extra rough mornings and stuff. But I did not have to be anywhere super early, so once I was all settled for the morning, I went and got ready with the girls, and I had some sips of champagne, but I didn't have too much, playing it safe. But yeah, then it was smooth sailing, getting ready. Yeah, pretty much the pain was like on the back burner for most of the weekend and the wedding day. But the nausea was in and out, and I had no appetite whatsoever. And then we had the wedding and then the reception, and I did dance at the reception because I love dancing. I danced pretty hard, but not too hard. I was sore and my legs were sore afterwards, but not too much. And then Sunday was another rough morning, but typical. And we packed up, and then we had some lunch with friends, and luckily I had a little bit of an appetite. I had some soup and a couple bites of grilled cheese. My body said thank you, it did like that time. And then we had the ride home, and I really slept most of the ride home. Okay, so how was I feeling throughout the weekend? Overall, not horrible, but still in pain. It was really weird because it felt like my pain was kind of just on the back burner. Like, I knew it was there, but it never really was like yelling at me, if that makes sense. But I still did not push past my boundaries because I knew that numbness would not last. But overall, just typical back pain. The nausea was kind of in and out more than usual, but I kind of expected that because I was really out of my environment. My food situation was my appetite was not there. And just like the general excitement and stuff typically will mess with my appetite, so I kind of expected that. I was really tired the whole time, but that's pretty usual as well. I'm typically pretty fatigued, and that kind of happens when you don't eat, right? Like, you get pretty tired. My average pain is probably like a I don't know. My average pain is probably like a 6. Is that high? I feel like it's probably about a 6. Most of my trouble happens in the morning, so like first thing waking up, I have stomach issues that they just gotta settle themselves out, and it just takes a little bit of time. But after my morning issues, I didn't really have any more stomach or digestive issues. So there were a few key things that really got me through the weekend, and that was staying in my boundaries and not pushing myself past anything. Another was I kept a ginger ale with me at all times. This really helped with keeping some sort of sugar in my body and kind of helped with the nausea a little bit. And I also have my nausea candy, which was very nice to have around. And then my heating pad to recover from being up and about during the day. I didn't take any painkillers, mostly because there's a chance that they'll upset my stomach and it's not worth it. So I just used my heating pad at night, and by the next morning I definitely felt, less sore. And then again, just staying within my limits, not eating too much. Well, not really eating at all, but like not pushing my physical limits or my food limits or my energy limits. I really tried to preserve most of my energy for wedding day and really prioritizing how I spent my energy throughout the weekend. Really helped me get through and manage the whole thing and have a really good time and not be controlled by my symptoms and issues. And also the planning was massively helpful because it made sure I had everything I needed, and it helped reassure me. So the days after is really when I started to feel the pain and aches from the weekend. Monday when we got back, the day after we got back, I was still kind of, riding the high and feeling it. I was using that energy to get some unpacking done and stuff. But Tuesday came around and I was feeling it. The lower back pain was really kicking in. So I have, my surgery, they're looking for endometriosis, but pretty much it seems like some of my insides are kind of stuck together. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. The soreness is from moving around and dancing, and then maybe I was pulling on stuff. That's kind of what the pain feels like. But I typically have back pain, but it was a bit more intense. My legs were definitely sore. It takes me a little bit longer than the average person to recover from any sort of physical activity, partially because I'm not able to eat enough to actually recover faster. Now it's Friday. We've been home 5 days and I'm feeling rested and slowly getting back to my usual. Overall, I think traveling went really well. I don't know that I could handle any more days, or I couldn't handle flying because I have so many things that I need to bring with me. But for driving and for a few days, this worked out really well. I'm just very happy that everything worked out, and that I don't have anything majorly bad to report to you guys. But I hope that this vlog was helpful to somebody, or if you deal with chronic pain, maybe show this to the person that you're traveling with if you want to show them some of the things you might be dealing with, because it's not easy traveling when you have chronic health issues. There's extra things you have to consider and bring and plan for, and unexpected things happen. And yeah, that's kind of just why I wanted to bring you along on this journey with me. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to rest up and recover. I'm less than a month out from my surgery, so now I'm just trying to take it easy till then, to not have any major flare-ups. And yeah, but I'm planning on making a surgery vlog for that, so stay tuned and subscribe if you're interested in seeing that. But that is all for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye!